Hey friends, it's Shereé, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my new cutting table. I'm so excited that I finally have a cutting table. This table is going to serve so many different purposes in this room, but the number one purpose is to help me save my back, okay? Because I have been cutting all of my fabrics and patterns and tracing all those things on the floor. So I'm finally able to do that on a raised surface, and I'm so thrilled. So I'm going to show you my cutting table and talk to you about all the special details. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. I truly appreciate you so very much. All right, let's get into it. If you didn't already know it, I am an affiliate with Create Room, and Create Room is a fantastic furniture store that curates the most perfect craft spaces for people who are doing all kinds of different crafts. I personally use my products, which I have a dream box and now a Dreamcart, for sewing and drawing and painting and clay and all kinds of different things here in my space. But some people do things that I never even thought of because of all the flexibility with these storage slash workspaces, okay? I'm really excited to share with you my newest addition to my room, and that is my cutting table, and it is actually a Dreamcart. It's amazing. It is definitely a dream. So I'm gonna roll it out so that you can see what it looks like, and I'm gonna show you all the different compartments, but I'm really excited to have finally received one, and I want to let you know that Create Room is having a fantastic Mother's Day sale this week. Friends, if you are someone who is crafty, or you have a crafty someone in your family, a woman, a mother figure, or maybe you just want to treat yourself, please take advantage of this sale. It is amazing. You can save up to $900 on all the different things that they have available on their website. So I will be inserting information in the information section below so that you can access my affiliate link, which will save you money, as well as see all the many things that you can get during the sale, okay? I'll put the start date for the sale across the screen, and I cannot tell you how much having a dream box and a dream cart is definitely changing the way that I create. It has increased my productivity, and it has made my space more functional and beautiful. So I'm really excited to share with you my new addition, but also I encourage you to revamp your space and consider these storage options as a way to increase your productivity and organization. Now, one thing I will say about my dream cart that I think is fantastic is that it is a fraction of the cost that you would spend on a dream box. I've had lots of friends tell me that they would love to have a dream box, but that it doesn't fit in the space that they have available for crafting or sewing. And friends, with the dream cart, it folds down. You can tuck it into a corner. You can use it where half of it is propped up and half propped down. You can sew on it. You can draw on it. You can have your kids do crafts at it. You can store all of your wonderful items that you need to store in order to make sure that you have everything you need to create. And it's just a wonderful piece of furniture. So if you don't have the space or cannot afford to buy a dream box right now, please consider a dream cart, because it can be just as game-changing, if not more, considering the space that you may have available, as a dream box. Now, what I do want to let you know is that I am okay with if you don't use my discount codes, but if you do use my discount codes, it allows me to put more money back into my channel so that I can continue to create amazing content for you. So let's get into this cutting table, dream box, dream cart situation, okay? I'm gonna move my chair out of the way, and I'm gonna roll it over so that you can see what it looks like. I have shared this space with you before in the past. This is a multi-functional room in my home. It services as a classroom, a sewing room, a craft space, a gym for my husband, a place where my children play video games, but there is one section of this room that is dedicated towards my personal sewing things, and that's this nook over here. Now, as you can see, I have my beautiful dress form. Behind that, I have a 9-cube storage system where I store all of my sewing patterns. Over here, I have a clothing rack, and often I will hang things that I'm working on. But right now, I have all of the things that I've started and haven't finished yet, prepped and ready to go and hanging up. And so right next to me here, we have our Dreamcart, and I just want to show you how it's tucked in so nicely and out of the way. I can walk freely back and forth in front of this space. Takes up very little space in my room, but I'm going to show you how it can be wheeled out and how I set it up. So it is a heavy piece of furniture, but it is on wheels. So this is how tall it stands. And I'm going to pop up the tables so that you can see how wide they are. That's one side. So for some people that have a small space that they're working with, this is perfect, having the option to be able to pop out one side at a time, because you can very easily put your sewing machine and your chair on one side and just use this extra space over here as just additional workspace. But if you have more room in your space and that it can accommodate you popping out both sides of the table, you can come over to the other side and pop out the other table. So now I have this really big, nice workspace, and it is perfect for everything that I need to do. I think it's going to be game-changing when it comes to cutting projects and prepping things and marking my pattern pieces, tracing pattern pieces. This is definitely going to help me out so much. It's going to save my back, because friends, my back has been trash lately, and I just know that not having to get down on all fours on the carpet to do all my tracing and cutting is going to be game-changing for my back. But this space is perfect, okay? Another way that I plan on using this space is by having 2 separate workstations for my children. They can sit on either side here, and they can just both work independently on their projects while I stand on this side or I sit and help them or watch them work. So I really love having that option. It also is going to service me well in my classroom with regards to working with taller children. I do have a small table here for my toddlers, but for my school age and preschool age kids that are going to be doing some stand-up experiments, they can do that here at this table while I stand on the other side, and I think that that's so wonderful. I will angle the camera so that you can see what the storage looks like underneath, because it does have some amazing storage underneath. Let's talk about the measurements of this table. From one end to the other end, you're looking at 69.5 inches long. That is a fantastic amount of space. And going the distance from this side to this side, it's about 28.5 inches. And friends, that's just the perfect size for what I plan to use my table for. I want to show you what it looks like when I put a cutting mat on top. Now, I do plan on putting 2 cutting mats when I'm doing cutting for my fabric so that I can do large scale projects. So let's talk about those maxi dresses that take up so much space. So let me show you what the cutting mat looks like on top. This is just a cutting mat that I purchased on Amazon. I often will put this on the floor when I'm cutting, but I just want you to see that you can put 2 of these, which is what I plan to do. One here and one here, and it's just the perfect amount of space in order to cut your 2-yard project of fabric right here on this tabletop. And it's going to be game-changing when it comes to tracing patterns and all of that. So I just wanted you to see how flexible this and how big this tabletop is. So not only can you have 2 separate people working, if you are hosting a sewing meetup or something like that, you can have one of your sewing friends sewing on this side while the other sewing friend is sewing here, and someone else can be sewing at the dream box. It's fantastic, okay? And I plan to do that. I really hope to have the opportunity to get together in real life with some sewing friends and be able to share my space with them, and also, you know, get the full benefit of having all these additional tables in my space. So I'm going to angle the camera so that you can see the storage systems underneath. Okay friends, as you can see, we have some large storage totes here, and what I'm using them for is, in my opinion, genius and so necessary. If you are a person who is obsessed with indie sewing patterns and you do PDF pattern downloads often, you need a place to store those patterns, friends. So for myself, I have utilized this section here to house all of my PDF patterns. And now these storage totes, I'll put the measurements for them on the screen, are perfect to house these envelopes, which are 9 by 12 envelopes, and each of the envelopes has my printed pattern as well as any notes that I have for what happened when I sewed that pattern and what I will change for the next time. But I will definitely have this organized right here in order by pattern name and type. And it's going to make it so easy for me to access the things that I need, the patterns that I need when I'm working on a new project. I'm also a person that preps in advance, so I might prep a bunch of patterns by taping them together and cutting them weeks before I actually cut into my fabric. So to be able to sit at a table space like that, work on my patterns, package them and stick them in a system that's organized and beautiful makes me feel so very happy. So this is what this side looks like, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those large totes housing tons of patterns. I don't even know how many are in here, I'll be honest, but it's just a beautiful way for me to store my printed patterns. And because of the amount of space that's left on the sides of these totes, I was able to insert an additional little storage tote inside, and in those I can put all my little tracing tools and marking tools. So for instance, in this one I have a couple of fabric markers, a tracing wheel. In the top one I have all of my heat erasable markers and the refills for the pens right here. So it's nice and convenient for me when I'm ready to get started working on my patterns and my fabric. Now I'm going to show you how I collapse the legs, and I'm going to turn this Dreamcart around so that you can see what's available for storage on the other side. Okay, so now on the other side, and actually let me move it back a bit so you can see better. On the other side of this Dreamcart, we have 2, 4, 6, and it fits 8 of these medium-sized totes, but I have chosen to take that 8th tote out, and right inside here I have an iron. I do plan on getting a portable iron mat for the top of my Dreamcart so that I don't have to have a big ironing board here in my space. So that's why I have my iron down here, but you could very easily put whatever type of tools that you want to put in these totes. Right now mine are empty. I haven't decided what I'll use them for yet, but I do have a sewing cart that it would be nice if I could just transfer all of those little things in my sewing cart right into these totes. They are extremely spacious. I will put the measurement for these totes on the screen. But I just love the option of being able to store everything I need here. If you're a person like myself that has an in-home classroom, this would be a perfect way to store all of your children's art supplies. I'm going to give you an example by pulling a tote from my dream box that's full of children's art supplies. Here is a perfect example of what you could fit in a medium-sized tote. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of regular crayons, 2 jumbo boxes of crayons, and all of the paint lids for my paint cups. So all of that fits nicely into a medium-sized tote. You could put so many crafting and school supplies in these totes, and this could be like a portable classroom for you. On the other side, in those large totes, you could put curriculum, you can put lesson books, you can put your children's school books, whatever it is that you need. And once you're all done with the school for the day, you can push it into the corner and close up shop. So I really love the flexibility of what you can use this Dreamcart for. It is not just a crafting station, it could be whatever you want it to be. So again, it is on wheels. It can be rolled around and moved to different places in your space. If you wanted to use just one side of the table, you do have that option. And when you're all done with using it, you can just push it back into a corner or wherever you plan to store it, and it just tucks away so nice and neatly wherever you'd like to put it in any area of your room. Perhaps one of the coolest things about the Dreamcart is that it actually connects to your dream box. I personally purchased a right side table that it connects on this side, but I can easily attach this to either the right or the left side of my dream box, and I love that option. One of the things that's really cool is that I can be working over here on my table space, which I normally do, and I can have each of my children, one working here and one working here, working at their own table space. We can all be crafting together, but I don't have to worry about anybody complaining about not having enough room on their table. So I love the option to be able to sit at this table with my boys and create all of the things. Now, if you are a person who thinks, well, that's really amazing, I would definitely love to add something like that to my space, but I can't afford the cost of the furniture at this time, I do want to let you know that they do have a wonderful financing option, and your payments can be as low as $52 a month. So you can absolutely purchase either a dream box or a Dreamcart at a very affordable rate monthly, and you don't have to fork up all the money up front. So if you're a mother looking to spoil yourself for Mother's Day, or if you know someone who deserves such a special item in their life to increase their productivity and make their craft life more enjoyable, I definitely encourage you to take advantage of the sale, and please do use all of my affiliate codes and links in order to save yourself some money. In the information section below, it'll break down what the sale offerings are and how much money you can save on each of the items in their shop. Additionally, they launched wallpaper, which is really incredible. As you can see for my totes, I do use cardstock to cover them up so that you can't see all the things that are on the inside of them, but some people like to decorate the outside of their dream box as well as their totes. If you are a person who likes to customize your things with wallpaper, they have recently launched a wonderful variety of beautiful, beautiful wallpaper, so you can check that out as well during the sale. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the ways that I plan to use my Dreamcart / cutting table / movable sewing station / craft station. And if you did enjoy this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.